Welcome to another episode of Tom's Carp Fishing Journey, and welcome back to Syndicate Diaries Vlog 2. We're back down at Saltby. We're back in the same swim. I didn't arrive till around midnight last night. I quickly deployed all 3 rods back to the same zone as we had the 18 bites just a few days ago and put 20 spoms over the top, and it didn't take long for the first low 20 mirror to come along. And yeah, look at that one. First one of the session, just a couple of hours in, and yeah, we're off the mark. Absolutely buzzing. I think the whole Syndicate Dives is going to be based around me trying to get through to one of the 30 pounders in this lake. There's a fish called Scar that I really wouldn't mind catching, and yeah, happy days. Look at that one. Let's slip this one back now. The rod's already back out. I had this one around an hour ago. Come on, let's get her back. It's a lovely one. Go on. Happy days. Well, good morning, people. So yeah, we got here around midnight last night, and we quickly deployed the rods back on to the same area as where I put around 25 kilos of bait just a few days ago. I'd wrapped them all up at home already, so they were all ready to go when I got here. I got 20 spoms over the top, and I was fishing by 1 o'clock this morning, and that rod ripped off just before first light this morning, resulting in that low 20 mirror that you've just seen. So yeah, happy days back down the Syndicate, and we're in pursuit of a saltby 30, and that's what we're going to base the Syndicate Diaries around. Me trying to track down and catch one of the 30 pounders in it. And to be honest, I think it's just going to be a numbers game on this type of venue. It's got 130 fish in it, and the way I'm going to approach it is just get as many bites as possible, and hopefully we get through to one of the 30 pounders. Obviously, I have targeted a lot of fish in the past on different types of venues, from park lakes to small intimate waters, and every time you do, it's different strategy. But somewhere like this, you're not really going to be able to single out the bigger fish. You've just got to play a numbers game, get through them, get as many bites, land as many as possible, and most importantly, get as many nights in as possible to make that happen, and really push your chances up of getting through to them bigger ones. So yeah, I'm going to get the kettle on. We've slipped that fish back now, and yeah, let's hopefully get another morning bite. It's a good start, a low 20, and yeah, happy days. Just glad to be here. It's perfect for it. The weather is absolutely banging. Come on. With the rod back out quickly onto the spot, I really was confident there was another quick bite to be had after returning that first fish. Oh. Same rod again. Left hander. Just slip that 20 back. Oh, it's going through some weed. Come on. What weed is it in? There's a band of weed that runs around the edge of the lake, and the fish get you in it. It can be a bloody nightmare. You can feel your line grating through it. Oh, back into it now. We're back into him. Same rod again. Same rod. So I'll keep it away from them other 2 lines. Common. Come on. I think it's a common. Yeah, it's a common. Watch out, Rocky. Come on. Ah, they love getting stuck in there. Didn't have the waders on. I think it's a wader job. Happy days. I put the waders on and got him out of the weed. Let's get him on the mat and have a look at him. Buzzing. Well, no sooner did we slip that one back, we've got another one. I don't think this common's ever been caught before. It's very angry, but I don't think it's ever been caught, this one. Yeah, that's 2 bites, both off the left hand rod. The other rods haven't done anything yet. And yeah, happy days. Let's slip this one back, get that rod back on the spot. Oh, just like that, he's gone back. Buzzing. So we're just going to get the rod back on the spot now. That left hand rod's done 2 bites now. That small tree in the distance, that's my marker on the horizon. Only 8 wraps, so only a flick. Nice donk. Just wait for that foam to pop up to the surface and we know we're fishing. That's the foam just come up now on the spot, so I know the rig is fishing. I know it's not tangled. It's really important when you're fishing on a soft bottom that you make sure you watch that piece of foam come back to the surface when the rigs hit the lake bed, and that'll indicate that you're fishing. We're going to get a few spoms out now, and yeah, top the area up. We've had a couple of bites. We want to keep that bait topped up on the spot. It's really important that you keep the bait topped up. So we'll just spray a few spoms over that area now, just to keep the fish there. We're using a mixture of boilie and pellet with Specimen Cave bait smoke, just to give it extra food signals. Right on the spot. Really is key to keep the bait going in. It doesn't matter if it's day or night. If I'm getting bites, I'll be out there with the spod rod and I'll be getting spoms back over the spot. Doesn't matter when it is. Just 3 or 4 spoms, it just keeps it nicely topped up. What you got to remember when you're fishing lakes that have got a bit of depth, I think I'm in around 10 foot of water, 10 to 12 foot, is that when the spoms are going into the water is the undertow in the lake. So sometimes you'll see shows what are just off the spot. Fish will be showing just off the back of the spot or the front of it. That's just simply where the undertow is taking them small particles of bait. When you're putting the spom out, it's getting dragged off the spot, it's causing a bigger area of bait, and that's sometimes why you're seeing fish showing just off the spot. That spom didn't want to open that time. Oh, no, he's opened. So yeah, just bear that in mind about the depth of water that you're fishing in and the undertow in the lake. This is quite a windswept water as well, so you can imagine the particles in the mix get taken off the spot. Perfect. It's not opened again. God, I'm sick of this spawn. I think this one's gonna have to go in the bin. I have to get another one out of the van, I think. I'm sick of it. Oh, happy days. So it's sort of midday now. Well, sorry, sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I took the rods in for a couple of hours since around 11, and I'm just about to get them back out now. All at 8 wraps again, what we've been doing, same as last session, and same as the bites since I've been here on this session. We're going to get another 15 spoms over the top, and that'll be all ready for tonight. 3 specimen cave 12mm yellow wafters on German rigs. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's try and continue the way we're going. I would love to have one of the 30 pounders out of this lake. I think there's a few in here now. And yeah, like I said earlier, there's a fish called Scar that I would really like to catch. That's my aim. But it's just a numbers game, just getting through the fish. So yeah, let's get the rods back out, and we can go into the night confident of a couple more bites. With the rods all back on the spots and 20 spoms over the top, I sat back and just enjoyed the afternoon, waiting for that night period to come in, and hopefully we could add to the tally with a few more bites. Well, you can't win them all. Just had one come off, the ledge come off as it should, and yeah, just had a hook pull. Can't win them all. Let's get the rod sorted, back out, because the night's drawing in now. I knew the fish was over the bait because I've just seen them showing and giving themselves away for the last 30 minutes. So I was actually sat there thinking there was a bite on the cards. The bite's come, and sadly the bite's gone. That's the left hand rod again. It's doing all the bites. Now I'm not sure if the middle rod and the right hand rod are on a slightly softer substrate and the fish aren't finding the rigs as easy, but all the bites seem to be coming on the left hand rod and they're all on the same spot over the same bait. So I really don't understand it all. Just locked me up in a little bit of weed. There's a lot of weed here. Just trying to get to a bit of the lake where I can actually land the fish. Come on, come for it. I'm into it now. I'm into it now. Oh, the band of weed is... Oh, this looks better. This looks better to land it. Just gotta ease it through this weed. There we go. Get them up in the water. It's absolutely imperative that the lead comes off and you drop the lead to bring that fish up in the water. It's so important, and also to aid you getting it through this weed. Another little bit of pressure. Come on. Up in the water. There you are. There you are. It's a mirror. Just felt it kick off there then. Sun's just starting to go down here now. What have we got? Don't dive into there. German rigs doing it as usual for me. Well, actually, a turbo German rig, just slightly different. Little mirror. Get in that net. Yes. Well, another bite and one to end the day. This is another bite coming off the left hand rod. Now I'm fishing 3 rods on a spot, but all the bites are coming off the left hand rod, which tells me that it could be a little bit firmer bottom. I've got a better drop, and it's potentially that the other rods could be sitting deeper into the soft bottom, meaning it's harder for the fish to find them hook baits. But we've got another dumpy little mirror. Don't even think it's probably ever been caught before. It's a lovely fish. And yeah, we're going to slip this one back now, get the rod out for the night, another 10 or 15 spoms over the top, and we're going to be good to go for that morning bite period. I absolutely love it down on Saltby. It's another fish and one closer to one of these 30-pounders that reside in this lake, which is the target. Happy days. Let's slip this one back. Buzzing. With the fish slipped back and the rod back on the spot, I retreated back to the bivvy and let the night set in, really confident of waking up to another morning bite. Well, good morning. We did have a bite in the night, but I slipped it back. It caused absolute carnage. It wiped all 3 rods out off the spot. That's the risk that you do run when you fish free rods to a spot with weed present. It is what it is. I had to get 3 new leaders on, 3 new rigs, 3 new mesh bags, wrap all the rods up and get them all back out at like 3 o'clock this morning. But yeah, just something I wanted to touch on last night on social media. I got into an argument. I seen a post. It was a guy with a mirror carp, and he's got it above concrete for a photo with no mat whatsoever. Oh sorry, no, his mat was in the photo, but it's 6 foot away from him taking the photo with the fish, and he's justified it because I said, you haven't got a mat, you're not using a mat. Well, he said, I have got a mat, the mat's there. I said, well, you're not using the mat at the most crucial time, so the mat might as well be at home. It's something I'm seeing far too much. I can't even look sometimes. It makes my teeth itch. People standing up with fish, taking photos with fish with no mat. If you drop that carp and that hits the deck, you're gonna perish that fish. It's 90% chance that the fish is gonna be seriously injured. And these people come back with these stupid answers. Yeah, I get there's beginners, I get people just getting into carp fishing might not understand, but I can't really take it still. It's 2025. There's thousands upon thousands of videos on the internet of fish care, what you can watch. To me, it's just common sense. And if you don't use a mat, I don't care who you are, you know, it's not acceptable. But if for people who've been fishing for a while, you know, you've got to be using a mat. You've seen it far too much on social media, and it's really getting to me. It really does my head in. I end up arguing with them every single time I see somebody do it, and they always come back with the same stupid answer. Well, I've got a mat, it's there, or I've got a mat, it's out of shot. What do you mean the mat's out of shot? The whole point of a mat is so when the fish is on the bank, you use the mat at all times. If the mat is out of shot when you've got the fish on the bank, or you're taking the photo, the mat might as well be left at home. The mat becomes redundant. So don't say you've got a mat if you're not using it. You know, it's really irritating because it's like talking to a tree that these people are thick. And I just wanted to get that rant out there. If you're going to catch carp, if you're going to go and fish for carp, get a mat. Don't stand up with fish. If you're struggling or you haven't got a clue, get on the internet. There's thousands of videos that will show you how to handle a carp on the bank. And that's my morning rant. Over and out. Oh, left hand rod again. I'm walking this way because I want to keep it away from my lines on the other rods. I had a bit of a nightmare last night. The fish took all my lines out at 3 o'clock this morning. Oh, it's locking me up in weed on this side. Oh, come on. You've just got to keep pressure and you sort of feel it ping through the beds of weed. Come on. It's moving. It's moving. Yeah, it's moving. Just got to take your time. As soon as that lead comes off, these fish in this deep water, these fish just come straight to the surface, which is ideal, very ideal. The only thing you've got to watch is trying to land them over this band of weed. It can be a nightmare. Sometimes they glide over the top of it, and other times they get stuck in the weed. Walk down here, just to a bit of an opening in the weed. It's It's around 8 o'clock in the morning now, and funny enough, every single bite of this session has all come on one rod, even though they're all on a spot, which I really do find strange. I don't get it, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'll take our time with this one. Putting a scrap up. Little mirror. Another little mirror. We're getting through them though. The smaller ones are so full of energy. You know, when it's a bit of a smaller one, it just goes off its bloody head. Is it a smaller one? Don't think it's a 20. Come on. Turn your head. Let's be having you. Come on. Come on over that bit of weed. I just guided it over. It's actually not a bad fish. Happy days. Let's get her on the mat. I'll have a look at her. Well, we had a bite in the night and it caused absolute carnage, wiping all the rods off the spot. But we've woke up to another morning bite, and weirdly this is the 11th bite off the left hand rod, even though 3 rigs are on the same spot. The other 2 rods have not done 1 bite between them, and we've got another lovely 20-pound mirror. Real nice fish, immaculate, real chunky one. Real chunky one. Got a back dumpy shape to it, and yeah, another one on the saltby. That's 11 bites now. Happy days. Gonna get this one back, get the kettle on, and yeah. Swims back into the depths. Buzzing. Something I just wanted to touch up on whilst the rods are quiet. Why do we actually go fishing? What does fishing mean to people? You know, what does it mean to you? I know in the last few years my fishing has intensified. Obviously I've always been carp fishing mad for the last 20 plus years, but in the last few years, since losing my dad to cancer, about coming up for 3 years now, fishing's just seemed to be that little bit closer to me. I don't know what it is, I can't explain it, but being on the bank just means that little bit more to me now. You know, life is too short. If you want to get out there and do something, you know, if there's a trip you want to book, or there's somewhere you want to go, or there's a European trip or you've never been and you keep umming and ahhing, just do it. Life is so short. You don't know what's around the corner. Just get out there, do what makes you happy, go fishing. think about yourselves, you know, just do what makes you happy. Just get out there, you know. You see too many people, especially men these days, who don't open up about the struggles and the mental health. Luckily for me, I don't really get overtaken by things like that. I'm pretty strong-minded when it comes to, you know, life. I can back problems off and I just crack on. But yeah, I just wanted to touch up on, not forget why we go fishing, or how it started. You know, you speak to some people, the equipment's been put in the cupboard for 6, 7, 8 months and it's got cobwebs, and I'm thinking, take it out, life's too short. And I think that's why in the last few years since that happened and I lost my dad, that fishing just means a little bit more to me. It's my happy place. Like some people sit at home with a cup of tea and they're on the sofa and that's their happy place. When I'm in my bivvy with all my fishing equipment, you know, in my bed chair and my sleeping bag, and that's my happy place. That's where I feel most content. My dad wasn't a big angler. In fact, he didn't know the difference between a rod and a reel. But before he passed away, I did manage to take him to France four times, I think, in the last 8 weeks. You know, before. So yeah, he'd done 4 European trips, and he just used to come to drink as many small green stubby bottles of beer as he could. And if you go to France, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about with the green little bottles, peanuts over there in the shops. So yeah, I mean, that's what it means to me. So the message is, just get out there, you know, keep your mind fresh, keep going, just get out there and do it. Don't make excuses, just go and enjoy yourselves, and most importantly, try and catch some fish. Happy days. Left hand rod again. That's the left hand rod again. I can't believe how mad this is. Oh, the left hand rod's just doing the bites. It's crazy. Get it up here again. Get it through this weed. Keep it away from them other lines. I can feel it moving. I can feel it moving through the weed. Like I said, it's just about keeping pressure on the fish. It's definitely still on. I was just chatting to another member that's just bobbed down to have a little recce. I was just chatting to him and the rod ripped off, literally, just while we were stood having a chat. The fish is out there. I broke off that weed now. I'm off that weed. Let's try and land it in the same place as we landed the last one. Now, this is getting really strange now. 12 bites, I know I keep reiterating it, but 12 bites, and literally all off the same rod. When I'm fishing 3 rods to a spot, there's obviously some sort of discrepancy between that 10 foot that I'm fishing in. I can't quite put my finger on it yet. Come on. That's it. Come on. Be lovely to get this one in. That's 3 bites this morning. Just gonna ease it in. Make sure that clutch is right. When you get to close quarters, you see a lot of people making mistakes with the clutch. So, gotta have it set right at close quarters, when there's no stretch left in the line. And also, because the lake shallows up towards the bank, I like to play the fish down on the side to stop myself pulling the hook out the fish's mouth, if you know what I'm saying. I like to put the rod on the side. It makes it much easier to pull the fish over the shallower water. It's a mirror. Getting a little bit of line on him now. Come on. It's not a bad one actually. Get in that net. Wash. Well, the left hand rod's ripped off again. That's 12 bites now, and all 12 coming to the left hand spot, which is really strange, but I'm not complaining. It's got this one going over 26 pounds, this lovely scaly one. Look at that one. Absolutely mega. Probably only been caught a couple of times, in great condition. And yeah, mega buzzing with that one, and we're closer to getting that first saltby 30. Happy days, look at that one. Let's slip her back, get the rod back on the spot, and hopefully we get a couple more bites. And then I fell over. Did you get that? Yeah, it's a banger that, mate. Oh, aye. Now, to keep these bites coming, I'm not doing anything special bait wise. It's literally a mixture of 8 and 6mm pellet, boilie and corn, and then the Specimen Cave bait smoke, which is absolutely essential for me. If you fancy getting some, head over to the website www.specimencave.co.uk. use TomJ10 for 10% off your order. It clouds the water up, gives it a smoke. Absolutely fantastic gear, and that's what's bringing me the success and the bites. We're going to get 20 spawns of bait out now, coming into the night time, and yeah, happy days. Now we're coming into the night period, and I'm just getting them areas topped up. I don't just put bait out for the sake of it. If I'm not getting bites and I'd put 20-30 spawns out and nothing had happened, I wouldn't be putting another 20-30 spawns out. That wouldn't be happening. It's all about knowing when to apply the bait and not just putting it in for the sake of putting it in, which I see many people do. We're just gonna get a nice, yeah, 20 to 30, and that's gonna do us that going into the night. Right on the clip. Happy days. You want to be making sure that you're hitting that clip, the line nice and tight, so it's absolutely accurate. It's all about accuracy. Depending on what fishing situation I'm in, sometimes I'll fish the rig in the middle of the bait, sometimes I'll fish it on the back of the bait, or it just depends what scenario I'm in and what fish I'm fishing for. In this scenario, I want the rig right in the bait, so the fish are grubbing around and they find that hook bait. Happy days. Now, that's all the rods back out for this evening. Following on from that 26.6 this afternoon, I brought the rods in, rested the swim for a few hours while I nipped off to sort a couple of things out. So yeah, we're back now. We've got the rods back out on the spots. 3 German rigs, all on 12mm yellow wafters from Specimen Cave, and then we've put a load of bait over the top. I'm not doing anything special. All I'm doing is 3 key things. I'm baiting accurately, I'm putting a rig out there that's effective for a soft bottom, and I know when to put the bait in and when not to put the bait in. You know, and the last thing's effort. The effort you put in, you only get out what you put in. You know, effort equals reward, and that's very true. You know, some people might rock up here and just have an average a bite a day because they're happy with that and they don't want to put, you know, maximum effort in, you know, spomming in the dark hours, topping the swim up, knowing when to put the bait in. So yeah, I just like to maximise everything I do to get the best out of the situation that I'm in. So yeah, going on into the night now, we've got everything sorted and hopefully we're going to pick a few more bites up. We've done 12 bites off the same rod. Even though we're fishing 3 rods on a spot, the left hand rod has done all 12 bites. So what I've done is I've made my left hand rod my middle rod, and I've put another rod further left off the spot what's doing the bites. Instead of having both to the right, I've put one to the left to see if that makes any kind of difference. You know, the fish could be coming, you know, in that area in the shallower water, or they could be passing that way. You know, there's a multitude of reasons what it could be, but I can't quite put my finger on it at the minute. I know we've had 12 bites and we've had them all off the same rod. So yeah, I'm confident going into the night. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get into this saltby 30 pounder that we're after. That'd be nice, eh? Happy days. With all 3 rods back on the spot and a load of bait over the top, it was time to sit back and let the night draw in and see what was to come. Well, good morning. Yeah, a bit of a quiet night really. Nothing's coming to fruition since we put that bait out last night, which is pretty weird to be honest. But I'm not going to be too despondent. You know, we have managed 12 bites. We've not even done, you know, we've done 3 nights. I'm hoping for a couple of more bites this morning to wrap this up. I was going to stay on another night, but I don't think I really need to. I feel pretty good with what I've done. I had that lovely 26.6 mirror yesterday and a good few other 20 pounders to back that up. So yeah, so I'm just going to get the kettle on now. It's around 7 o'clock in the morning. We're in good bite time. I have had a bite between 8 and half 9 in the morning every morning that I've been here. So yeah, let's just see what happens on them rods. They've not been showing as much in the last, say, 24 hours as there was in the first day or so. But yeah, it's lovely. Lovely morning. And yeah, let's get the kettle on. Happy day. Well, we're coming towards the last hour of the session now. I've packed camp down. I've still got the rods on the spot. We're still in morning bite time. But yeah, since putting the bait out last night, nothing's coming to fruition. I've not seen any shows over the bait, which indicates to me the fish just aren't there. But we've had a great session, and to date now it brings us to 30 bites in 6 nights on the new syndicate, 10 of those being over 20 pound to 26.6, and that's bringing us closer to that target of 30 pound. Yeah, I hope there's something you've learned out of this video and you can put into your own fishing. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to drop a comment on the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.